So many creators ask questions about YouTube collaboration tips, but the one tip that I needed to figure out was how to do a collaboration with a guy who did not live anywhere near my area. I was actually in that situation when I got Brian G. Johnson to agree to do a collaboration with me on a music video we called Trigger the Algorithm.
Trigger the algorithm, trigger the algorithm.
Now, I live out on the New England seacoast, and Brian lives all the way out in Colorado. And I own a lot of microphone cables, but I was pretty sure that I didn't have anything that was going to reach that far. So here's how we were able to solve that problem. There were two things that we needed to accomplish: the ability to communicate quickly, and secondly, the ability to actually film the thing we were doing together. We knew we didn't have the ability to be in the same room, but the idea was to make it look like we were actually having a conversation. And then we needed to make it look like we were performing together. So having very specific script ideas was really important to give us options when it came time to edit for the best chances of success. We used a combination of Facebook Messenger and a web-based video chat software program called AppearIn. It's a website that allowed us to communicate and video chat right over the internet. And we could also add other people to the video chat. You can imagine my surprise when I got a message to join both Brian and Nick Nimmin in a video chat one evening. Talk about feeling like the little kid at the adult table, but I had faith in my vision and my ability to pull it off. In the meantime, I had used Facebook Messenger to reach out to D. Nimmin and Nico from Morning Fame to ask them if they'd be interested in sending me some footage for this project as well. I thought it would just be that much more ridiculous to have them be the background singers in this song. I'm a big fan of ridiculous. Once we figured out what the message needed to be and the best way to deliver it,
how to trigger the algorithm.
Then we had to figure out how to make these bits of knowledge rhyme and not sound completely cheesy.
Algorithm, 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 algorithm.
We added a few choruses and changed the verse structure, so the rough song needed to be reworked, polished, and remixed so that it would fit underneath the new song structure we had come up with. That was the easy part for me, and I'll dig deeper into that in the future. But now came the hard part. How to get a guy who wasn't a lead singer to lay down what was essentially a lead vocal track in time with the music.
Follow these robot steps.
Delivering the proper tone and attitude.
How to trigger the algorithm. I did this thing with my face that time.
From the other side of the country, all while making sure at the very end, Brian still came across as Brian. The way we did that was we actually set up video chat in his studio while he was filming.
Okay.
My little face and voice were off on an iPad to the side, where I could watch him and hear him deliver each line one at a time, and I could coach him through it.
Does that mean again, I guess, Mr. Producer Man?
Imagine me trying to coach Brian G. Johnson on how to film a YouTube video properly.
It's weird. Do you know how weird this is?
I might as well have been texting Mark Zuckerberg how to build a social media website. And send. The one ace that I had in my pocket was that I come from a music background. I had spent a lot of time on stage and in the studio with musicians from Aerosmith and Cheap Trick. So if I was able to tell the lead singer of Godsmack how I think he should sing his lines properly, I figured I could somehow make this happen as well. What I didn't expect is how funny Brian is. As serious as he is about his channel, he has an amazing heart and a love of life that you don't really get to see just by watching his YouTube videos. Because the primary goal of those videos is to deliver information. Something that I needed to keep in mind while we were building this. I wanted this to feel like a Brian G. Johnson video.
Poodles are on the prowl.
That just so happened to break into song. So we were able to discuss each portion as it was filmed through video chat.
Yes.
The man said yes.
And then we were able to do multiple takes until we both agreed it felt like we had it, and then we'd move on to the next part.
Just like Meg Ryan. Yes! Yes!
As much as Brian will give me credit for seeing the final product and staying true to the vision along the way,
that's what I just said, Dan. Hello.
he was teaching me as he stalked the camera, finding exactly where he wanted to be in frame, thinking about how he might add text on later.
See, I'm looking at the frame and thinking kinetic text, and I'm looking for the pocket in the frame.
I was getting a masterclass course in video production from a guy who had put his shirt on inside out.
Wait, is your shirt on inside out right now?
Yeah. Talk about great B-roll.
Once we were done filming his portions, he was able to upload these large video files to Dropbox and send them to me, where I was able to film my parts and stitch them all together over the music track. Once again, we've hit that point where there's more story to tell than will fit in one video. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I promise we'll finish this conversation. Peace.
Trigger the algorithm.